you. Hello, people. Hey, welcome to our class today. How was your week, guys? Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Nathan. Hey, good to see you. Hi, Danilo. Good morning.
Oh, my week has been good.
So, how was your week, Danilo?
It has been good.
Perfect. Awesome. Very nice. And what about the cold? Are you guys coping with the cold? Oh yeah, it's been really cold, right? Yes, actually this week has been the coldest week of the
Oh,
year.
yes. Oh, but I like this.
Yeah, me too. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite weather. It's my favorite weather. Actually, it's uh, the weather where I feel the best. I don't like the summer, to be honest. Even though my allergy goes bam during the winter, I have the worst crisis of allergy when it's winter time, unfortunately, but I love winter. But I'm seeing the doctor now. That's okay. But have you seen the news? You know, the south of Brazil, they have snow and everything. People are having fun.
Yes,
They,
I think in
yeah,
Gramado
they even
have
built
snow.
a snowman, I think, in the city. I think, and um, I don't know if it's in Santa Catarina or Paraná. I don't know. They built a snowman down there. It's amazing. Those guys were able to build
Uh,
to make a snowman.
But in Canada, it's very hot.
Yeah, they're hitting 47. I know
Yeah.
that. I have a cousin who is in Vancouver, that's in British Columbia, and yeah, they're really struggling up there. Yeah, 45, 46. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Okie dokie. Hi, Kathleen. Good to see you. Good morning. How nice.
Hi.
Hey, good to see you guys. All right, people. So today we'll have one more day of review and the last one. Okay. Next week we have our stop and check. Okay. And today we are going to review units 8 and 9. But before we start, I'd like to show you this very nice video. Hi, Esther. Good morning. Do you know anybody who is super intelligent, guys? Do you know a person who you admire and that you can say, oh, this person, wow, knows it all? Do you have a person like this? I mean, do you know a person like this?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Who is this person, Danilo? Your friend,
Oh, I
a
have a
relative?
friend. I think that Elon Musk is very intelligent too. Uh, I like to see some people in YouTube too. Like I think Douglas Gonçalves is a person that know very much. Many people.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I like to see people who are super intelligent. I admire these people, and it's interesting to know how they can develop their skills and perform. Sometimes they really do well in tests, and they can advance very fast in their studies and everything. But take a look at this boy. And like last class, do you remember what we talked about last class? Because we
Oh, and
reviewed
the
Unit
review
7.
was about must, might, can, modal
Yes,
verbs.
remember, yes, modal verbs. Remember that. So this video I will show, um, it talks about this very intelligent person. Okay, so I would like you to take notes of some modal verbs that you hear along the video. Okay, see if you find examples of modal verbs there. And of course, see how smart this person is. Okay, it's really let's take a look there. Just a second, guys. Okay, guys, can you see this? Yes? All
Yes.
right, all right. So the sound is okay. So let's check it out.
He was just a baby in diapers when he started correcting other people's grammar. Sounds hard to believe. I thought it was hard to believe too, but by 18 months, this child could add and subtract. 18 months. And by the time he was 6, he was smarter than his own parents, and his parents knew it. And in 1 year, he went from 2nd grade to 8th grade. And he flew through high school in just 22 months. But that's just the beginning. This genius child started college, he just did, and he's only 10 years old. Take a look. He knew the alphabet by the time he could walk.
Hey, what comes after H?
He could tell you the history of the dinosaurs before he was 2.
This is the Jurassic period.
Greg Smith has been on the fast track to college from a very early age. He graduated from high school at 9 after completing grades 9 through 11 in just months. And he did that with honors.
This is for participating in National Honor Society. This is for being in the top 10% of the class.
At the tender age of 10, Greg is now the youngest freshman ever at Randolph-Macon College in Virginia. His application was a shock.
Our reaction, actually, to be honest, was this must be a joke.
But this is no joke.
I'm taking 5 courses, 17 credits.
There's physics,
Stronger angle law.
French,
Je mange céréales.
and calculus for starters.
A1 times x plus A0.
There's a number of books for my Warfare and Antiquity course. I use a couple other literature books in French, as well as Western Civilization.
Teachers are impressed with what they see.
It's wonderful to combine the intellectual ability of an adult with the sheer unbridled curiosity, joy, and enthusiasm of a 10-year-old.
A typical student will say, well, I really like this class and I'll do this class. Greg just wants it all, and he wants it all now.
Greg's classmates are nearly twice his age.
I think he might have a difficult time because there's times in class when people are talking about things that aren't appropriate for a 10-year-old to hear. So far, he has all my respect.
So I'm going to ask him for study help if I can. We'll see.
With 28 books to carry, this boy wonder is getting a little help from his mom.
Bye, sweetheart. Have a great class. I love you. I love you.
Wow. So if you were wondering what this 10-year-old genius does at home, so were we. Take a look. Greg at home. Greg looks like a typical 10-year-old.
I love sports. I love basketball, football, soccer, tennis, track.
He even gets an allowance like other kids.
He gets $5 a week.
But how many children do you know buy Oriental china for their mom?
Greg used his Christmas money to buy gifts for me.
And get this, he likes browsing for antiques.
It's Chip and Dale.
His favorite toy?
My favorite toy in this whole room. Let's see, I don't call it that, but I would say my favorite thing to play with is my computer. It's hard to decide between my computer and my Civil War figurines. This is a battle that mimics Fredericksburg.
Don't even think about punishing Greg by sending him to his room to study.
That's a reward for me. I love to study.
Greg's idea of a good time is to curl up with a good book.
One of the books that I'm reading is by Plato. Right now I'm in the apology section.
Oh, yeah. Well, Greg has big dreams, so he's getting an early start.
I want to get 3 PhDs, a PhD in biomedical research, a PhD in aerospace engineering, and a PhD in political science. Hopefully I'll become our president somewhere between 40 and 50.
Greg, we believe ya. We believe. So when did you know that you were somewhat different than other kids?
Well, I always had a feeling that I was, with people that I knew, that I had a little more intellectual ability, but I couldn't really tell until I was around a larger environment in kindergarten where I could realize what level everyone else was on.
So did you actually ever go to kindergarten?
Yes, I did. I went to kindergarten.
For an hour or what? So really, how long did you stay there?
I stayed half a year.
You did?
Yes, and then I moved up to first grade.
Uh-huh. So when you moved to the first grade, was that more stimulating for you?
It was. It was a good adjustment for that time. And
Yeah.
And that helped me just to get a little bit, but I knew I needed more.
Okay, and so then you went to second grade?
Yes, I went to second grade the next year, but the school that I was at wouldn't allow me to move any faster, so that's why we moved to Florida.
Oh, you moved to Florida, and then you went from second to eighth.
That is correct.
That is correct. So were you doing anything in between? What were you doing? Were you at home reading? Were you using flashcards?
No, my mom and dad didn't believe in flashcards or in that respect. When I was interested in something, they would get books on it. They would get toys on it. We would go to the museums to learn about it. They facilitated my needs.
They did? I know. People are somewhat laughing. They're not laughing at you. You know that.
I know.
Because it's just kind of amazing. Yes. Now, I understand you like discussing philosophical things. What I want to know is, how does this work with do you have friends your age?
Yes, I do. With friends my own age, I like to play sports, such as basketball, football, soccer, tennis.
Like we saw on the tape.
That's correct.
Now, and you have friends who are 10, 9, 8, 12?
That's correct. And that's what I do with them. We play board games. We go to the movies. I do lots of things with them that normal 10-year-olds do.
You do? Now, what do you like to talk about, though, with them? Do you talk about regular 10-year-old stuff?
That is correct. I try to bend to what they like as long as it doesn't break my beliefs.
Okay, and your beliefs being?
I am very passionate about nonviolence, having high morals, and a good education.
I understand. I've read that you like, philosophical conversations. Why do you think that you are the way you are, so smart?
I think I've been given a special gift from God. I don't know why or how I've been given this gift, but I want to use this gift to the best of my abilities to help mankind.
Oh. Janet and Bob say they knew the time would come when their son's intellectual ability would surpass theirs. They just didn't dream it would be when he was 6 years old. When did you first know he was different? This is your only child.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every day's a learning experience, but from infancy, he was just developing so rapidly, and I was buying the books that you could find in the stores about what they're supposed to do at 3 months and 6 months, and well, he can already do this, well, what do we do now? And so we've tried to ad-lib the best we could.
Was there a moment when you said to Bob, I think he's, more advanced, or something's going on here, or that you said to her?
We knew that from the time that he was a baby, because of his focus on things. He just seemed to be able to concentrate and focus more than the average infant.
Really?
So we knew there was something else there. But I think probably when he learned to read so young, and he went through a reading program teaching reading skills.
How old was he when he actually learned to read?
2. Was around 2.
By 2, he was reading regular children's books, and by 3 and 4, he was reading children's classics, such as Journey to the Center of the Earth and The Last Mohicans and Around the World in 80 Days.
Was there something you did or didn't do that caused this, do you think?
I think that we have an environment of, we love to read as a family, and I've always made reading fun, and he would sit on our lap and we would do creative ways of reading. We'd play with puppets. We'd make the story characters come alive.
And when we did read to him, we pointed to each word as we read it, so he would very quickly associate with those words, and before long, he knew what they meant.
Before he was a year old, he could go and get a book and bring it to us and open to a page and start saying what was on that page. And
he would hear it once and be able to recite it back to us. So we knew that he had extraordinary learning abilities. We just didn't know how much.
And then is there the issue of how you then handle this?
Constantly.
Yes, constantly.
Even today.
Yes.
It's a constant worry, a constant concern. Are we making the right choices? Are we doing the right thing as a parent to make him have a happy life? And we worry about it because...
Because were you worried about the college decision? Obviously, he had the mind, the intellectual ability
to... That was a major... As late as probably April, we weren't certain that he'd be able to go to college because we could not find the appropriate environment. We lucked out in finding Randolph-Macon College, which is a small college, which has a policy of nurturing each student. And we needed that for a 10-year-old who has special needs in college.
Small in terms of population?
Small in population.
Like how much?
Very small,
how many students?
1,100.
1,100.
Small student-to-professor ratio.
Were you worried, as I imagine a lot of parents that we're talking to, about the socialization, about his socialization? And as one of the students said, you know, kids in college talking about things that might be inappropriate for a 10-year-old.
And he knows more than the average 10-year-old about areas that we perhaps would not expose him to at this point. But luckily, he has more wisdom than the average 10-year-old, too. And I think he's been handling it pretty well.
Not just knowledge, but wisdom.
Right.
So you had to have the birds and bees conversation early.
A few weeks ago.
But you know, we really
But did you use birds and bees, or you
No,
used...
no.
I would think you would need
Very quickly, he was answering for me as I was describing.
Okay.
And so I knew that, you know, if anything...
Did you have any anxiety about that birds and bees conversation?
Sure.
And I would say, it's your job to tell him about it. I would pass it. But it's been a real struggle for us as a family because we want the best for our child, as all parents do. And when he'd come home from school and we'd say, how was your day at school? And he'd say, well, I sat in the closet and read my work by myself while the other children were working on different things. Or I sat out in the hall because I'm working on 5th grade work and they're still doing the first letter of the alphabet. We knew that that wouldn't work, and we did not want him to feel embarrassed because he had this special gift. We wanted him to be proud of who he was.
As you should be. I was saying to Greg during the commercial break, those of you who saw the beginning of the show, and that what we all heard here, really profound statement that you want to use your talents. You understand that this is a gift. You don't know why, but use it to the best of your ability to help mankind. I think you have the power to do that.
Thank you.
Do you feel that yourself? That you can really make a big difference in the world?
Yes, I believe that you can make a big difference in the world. And I believe that the way to make this difference is through education. And especially because the first step to peace is through education. Because education breeds understanding, and understanding leads to alternative solutions.
Wow. I think you're right about that. I think you're really right. Tell me why you came up with the idea for your IEM nonviolence program, and how does that work?
Well, you look around and you hear about all the sad things, the bombings that go on, all the hate crimes, and it's all because someone doesn't like another for a certain reason. And I'm starting this program so I can figure out why they do this. Why do they want to hurt these people? And figure out a way to reverse this.
And so your program will do what specifically?
Right. First, I believe that that peace will also start with the children. And that if we can get the children to lose the hate, we can get the world to stop hating. And with that, we can make the world a much better place.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big goal, but I believe too that it starts with each individual. What's your favorite period in history?
It's hard to say. There are two periods that I really like: the city-states of ancient Greece and the Roman age, the Greco-Roman age, of how much civilization and how much technology they thought up. And we don't know much of it today. Unfortunately, the libraries were burned, the books were burned, but they had such a very wonderful civilization of how they could make those monolithic sculptures and had all that technology. And the second period, I would say, is the Renaissance, how they revived that period of wonder in the Mediterranean world and brought back the splendor of what the world was.
What do you think is the best invention of this century? A lot of people are talking about that.
This century, probably the preparations for colonization of space, because that's where we're going to lead. We have to go out to find, because the resources of Earth will someday be very low, and in space the resources are maybe even an infinite amount, and there's so much to know and so much to explore.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. How do your other classmates in college relate to you?
They're very nice. They're very sociable.
Do they ever ask to see your homework?
No.
No. What are your fears for him?
Well, we've always been afraid that we'd look back over the years and find that there's been gaps in a normal child's experience. And we've constantly debated amongst ourselves about that, and talked to Greg about it. As late as a few weeks ago, we were trying to talk him out of going to college because we just weren't sure it was appropriate. But
why did you want to go so badly?
I have a passion for learning, and I believe that every moment that I spend to the pursuit of knowledge is time worth spent to help mankind.
And so you'd already outgrown high school and you knew it?
Yes.
And you want 3 different PhDs?
That is correct. I would like a PhD in biomedical research, a PhD in aerospace engineering, and a PhD in political science.
Because?
With my first PhD in aerospace engineering, I'd like to design space stations, as well as colonize other planets and mine asteroids. With my second PhD in biomedical research, I would like to find cures for diseases such as cancer and AIDS, as well as figure out a way for the regeneration of cells in humans and the reduction of the aging process. With my third PhD in political science, I would like to become the President of the United States, as well as maybe our appointee to the United Nations, and try to find a way for world peace and to stop world poverty.
I hope I'm still around to vote for you. I really do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, YouTubers. I'm excited to give you an update about our own YouTube channel. Now you can find new videos every day. They're the kind of videos that will make you look at life differently. They may even make you laugh a little bit. Subscribe to the OWN channel today, and we'll see you on YouTube.
Guys, amazing, isn't it? Guys, what did you think of this boy? He's only 10. Actually, he was, right? Because this video was shot in 1999. So now this guy, I don't know how old he is now, but just calculate. But wow, that's all I can say. Good morning, Gabriel. Good morning, Agu. Good to see you. Welcome. People, what did you think of that?
Well, this is so interesting. He was just a baby in diapers when he started correcting other people's grammar. Sounds hard.
Let me just close that. So, guys, yeah, can you believe that, guys? Did you see that boy? What? I just want to hear your opinion. What did you think of this boy? Did you see that, Danilo?
No, teacher. It's so, I don't know how I can say that. but surprised about her and his intelligence.
Yes, he's a genius. Yes, very
Yes,
good.
yes,
Yeah, he's a genius. Exactly what Kathleen said. He's only 10 years old, and back in 1999, he was in college. Now, of course, he's already graduated, I think, because now we're in 2021. So he must be doing his PhD, and he wants to do three. Did you see that? Amazing. And he wants to become the president of the United States. Did you see that? And did you see how he speaks? It's amazing. He's so intelligent. Wow, guys. And did you see one thing his family talked about? They used to do when he was very young. They used to read together. So reading is very important. Yeah, exactly. He speaks like an adult. Yes, really. Right? So, and did you see what the book he was reading when they were talking about books that he usually reads, and when they were showing his house and they asked him, "What book are you reading now?" And he said, "Oh, I'm reading this book by Plato, a philosopher, for God's sake." You see, guys. So, yes, we have internet, we have computers, everything is fantastic. But, guys, nothing replaces reading. Nothing. If you want to be a good, outspoken person, intelligent, if you want to do well in your exams, if you want to become fluent in languages, no matter which languages you choose, no matter English, French, Italian, no matter. If you want to do well, read. Yes, it has always been proven that reading is excellent for your brain, for many different things. So, and it's true. I've been watching many videos about successful people, from Elon Musk to prodigy children, people who have been successful in their careers. And everything they say is that they've read a lot. Okay? So, and I know that not so many people like reading, but try to start if you haven't done so. Okay? And talking about modal verbs, could you see any modal verbs? Could you find any modal verbs in the video? Especially in the beginning, when the teachers talked about the young boy, when they first got in touch with him. Do you remember any modal verbs they said? There was a teacher who said when they saw him in elementary school, going from elementary school over to high school really fast, one teacher said, "Oh, it must be a joke," because he skipped from second grade over to eighth grade, and then from eighth grade straight on to high school. And the teacher, he went, "Oh, it must be a joke," something like this. And then, you know, when he was 10, he just went to college. Yes, that guy is crazy, really. So, guys, if you want to watch that again, I can share the link with you. All right, people. So let's see now the other two units we need to review for our stop and check. okay, next week. We are reviewing units 8 and 9, okay? So let's open it up. Try to open it up from here. Just a second. I'm just opening the
Teacher,
presentation here. Yes, Danilo, go ahead.
I have searched now about the boy.
Oh, really?
And,
How nice. And?
and in the last year, in 2020, he was studying about genes and how to do better drugs.
Oh, sorry. Can you say that again, please?
He was studying about the genes of our body. I think it is, we say how this, but it's like,
can you write, please, on the chat? Because I think it's better to understand. Oh, the genes. Oh,
yes,
wow.
the
How nice.
genes, and I think he was doing biomedical. He was in researching.
Oh, he's doing research.
Yes.
Oh, how nice, Danilo. Great. Oh, if you can share the link, that would be amazing.
Okay, I
Post the
will
link,
get this.
yeah. Post the link later. Post on the group. Oh, thank you, Danilo. That would be awesome. So can you see that, people? Yes? This is the presentation we made. Unit 8, guys, talks about relative clauses, participles, and adverb collocations. Okay? Just for us to remember. As Unit 7 here talks about modals and related verbs, Unit 9, oh, sorry, Unit 8 talks about relative clauses and participles, okay? As well as adverb collocation. So let's take a look at Unit 8. Okie dokie. Yes, here we are. So let me just toggle full screen and share that. Okay, guys. All right. Can you see that, people? Yes? Yes. Good. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see that, people. Complete the sentences with one of the relative pronouns. Here we have who, which, where, what, when, and whose. So let's see. The woman you met was my sister. Of course, guys, in this sentence, as you have the subject here, you can eliminate the relative pronoun. But which one should you use if you want to include? Okay? If you want to use one, which one should you put? Okay, good. So let's go. The woman who you met, okay. All right. The woman who you met was my sister. Okay, great. Now, guys, try to do the others, and I will time you for that, okay? Let me see here. Let's time 2 minutes, okay? See if you can do the others in 2 minutes. Let's do it.
na Lapa não tem atendimento,
Okay, guys. Yes, can we correct? All right, let's see, people. Number 2, what do you have for number 2?
This is who too.
My other sister who lives in Toronto. Okay. Relative clauses are easy, right? Number 3.
She suddenly decided to give up teaching, which came as a shock.
Yes, great. We are talking now about affect. So which? All right, very good. Kathleen, Iago. Number 4, she says that.
What he wants to do to remove.
Yes, good.
Later.
Number 5, her boyfriend.
Whose?
Yes, great. Perfect. Number 6, they don't know exactly.
Where or when.
Very nice. Where or when. Okay. Their apartment.
Which?
Okay. Yes, we are referring to an apartment. So this is a thing. So which? Their apartment, which they bought. Okay. The apartment.
What? What? No? Where?
The apartment which I want to buy is, I'm referring to the apartment.
Okay.
Okay, so the apartment which I want to buy is on a cost. Okay, so
but I can put that too.
That, yeah, sure. It's because we don't have that here. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So the apartment which I want to buy is on Acacia Avenue. Okay. So as you can say here, we have which. In this case here, in this case, the number 7, I cannot substitute, okay, because it's within commas. So their apartment, which they bought last year, is up for sale. When you have a relative clause within commas, I can't substitute the relative pronoun, okay? Now, number 8, the apartment which I want to buy is on Acacia Avenue. This one here, I can replace the relative pronoun, okay? All right, so there are some rules for replacing the relative pronoun, okay? Some of them you can replace, some of them you can eliminate, you can omit, all right? Depends if you have the subject. Some of them you cannot omit, all right? Okie dokie. So you can take a picture. All right, let me save this. Can I clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So let's go to the next one. All right. So guys, here we have a brief explanation, that I took from the reference, the grammar reference at the end of the book. It talks about the relative clauses. Okay, so look, relative clauses are like adjectives. Okay, they give more information about nouns. So here we have, look, we have a Korean neighbor who comes from Seoul. So read these sentences aloud, paying attention to the punctuation, underline the relative clauses. So take a look, guys. Actually, I thought I had taken this from the grammar reference, but no, this is another grammar spot from Unit 8. Okay, so look at the sentences here and underline the relative clauses. So that's very simple. Try to do that. The first one, for example, let's do this. I met a woman who sings in clubs. Okay. Next one, my sister who lives in Toronto sings in clubs. You see, a little different, right? And you have the relative clause within commas, right? I'm giving extra information. Look, that's what they want to do. Look, they give more information, okay? The house which you saw is my aunt's. So this is the relative clause, okay? Now, in relative clauses, people, we have defining and non-defining. This is only for you to know. When we are speaking, nobody stops to think, oh, this is defining, oh, this is non-defining. No, it doesn't exist, guys. Nobody thinks about it. This is only interesting when you are writing. If you want to write perfect English, you know, oh, I need to put a comma because this is non-defining. Oh, okay, look, my sister, comma, who lives in Toronto, comma, sings in clubs. So my composition, my essay needs to be correct. But when you are speaking, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, guys, this is only information because you want to have a B2 level of English. All right, people. So a defining relative clause is something that it's not something that you can eliminate from the sentence, okay? That's why it's called defining. It's not something that you can dispose. You can't eliminate from the sentence. It's essential. That's why it's defining. If you just say, I met a woman, okay, I met a woman, but who sings in clubs? This is a kind of important information. I met a woman who sings in clubs. So it's an important characteristic. It's not just any woman. It's a woman who sings in clubs. So it's a kind of information that if you eliminate from the rest of the sentence, it doesn't make much sense. So that's why you don't have a comma, okay? Now here, the second one, my sister sings in clubs. This information in the middle doesn't define my sister. I'm just giving extra information. That's why here it's non-defining. Okay, guys, just for you to know the difference between defining and non-defining, all right? And non-defining usually comes within commas. What's the difference in terms of relative pronoun? When I have a non-defining relative clause, I can't replace the relative pronoun. What is that? If I want to change, for example, this relative pronoun here, suppose you want to change, teacher, I want to put that. My sister that lives in Toronto sings in clubs. I want to change, I want to put that. Can I do that here? Can I change? No. In this case here, I can't replace who for that. Okay, according to the grammar rule, I can't replace this relative pronoun here, okay? It has to be like this. Within commas, the clause is closed. It is like a packet. But it's non-defining. It's just extra information, for God's sake. I'm just giving something extra. Something extra is disposable. Yes, it's disposable, but it has to be disposable like a box. It's no opening. You don't open a box like this, okay? Now, the other ones, okay. The other ones you can open. I met a woman that sings in clubs. Okay. That's all right. The other one, the house that you saw is my aunt's. Really? Can I do that? Yes, you can. The house that you saw is my aunt's. Okay, guys. All right, you got it. Just for you to know, okay? But when you are speaking, nobody, no American and no British guy will ask you, are you speaking defining or non-defining? Nobody will ask you that. Okay, guys. All right, good. This kind of question may come up in a pre-entry exam for a university here in Brazil. Okay, if you are applying for a university, I don't know, maybe you're trying to go to a university and then you have to do an English test. This may come up, okay? That's it, defining, non-defining. My aunt's house, look, which I don't like, is very big, non-defining. So here, it's not really important. It's just something extra. So there you go, which I don't like. Okay, people. The most important information is my aunt's house is very big. Okay, but I want to say something else. My aunt's house, which I don't like, is very big. All right. So if I want to change this, which, if I want to say my aunt's house that I don't like is very big, can I change? No. I can't change here which for that. But house is an object. And my teacher said that I can change which for that. But here I can't. Why not? I just smile. It's non-defining, dear. Non-defining, it's a box. There is a comma before and there is a comma after. It's closed. Yes, it's closed. Okay, bye-bye. All right, people, good. Okay, so explain the use of commas. How do they affect the pronunciation? Just a matter of intonation, okay, guys? The other ones you can play. Now, when I talk about people, usually when I'm referring to people, I can use two relative pronouns. I can use who or that, okay? All right, now present and past participles. In this lesson, we can also use participles, okay? Underline the present and past participles in these sentences, which are adjectives. Let's take a look there. Let's take a look. Who is that boring man standing by the door? Where is the participle? Can you tell me?
Can you repeat the answer, teacher?
Here, the question, yes. Underline the present and past participles in these sentences, which are adjectives. So first of all, let's underline the present and past participles in these sentences. So let's just underline, okay? The present and past participle. So the first sentence is, who is that boring man standing by the door?
Oh, boring and standing.
So we have two words, right? We have boring and standing.
Oh no, it's only standing. Boring is an adjective.
Okay. So we have here, let's underline. Here we have the participle. So let's underline participle. All right. And now let's underline the adjective. Okay. All right, people. So which participle is this? Standing. This one here, guys, we call them, this kind of participle, we call them present participle. Okay, this ing here, in this case, present participle. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have the verb to be, we just have the participle. Okay, so it's very common sometimes to use the participle in a sentence just to describe a situation. Look at that man standing by the door. Okay, so we use a sentence like this. So who is that boring man standing by the door? So it's like a clause beginning with a participle. Okay. Next one, the carpets included in the sale were old and worn. Which one is the participle?
Included.
Yes, included. Very nice. And the adjectives?
Old and worn.
Yes, good. Old and worn. Here,
teacher,
yes.
The word is past participle too. The carpet included in the sale were
old and worn. Yes, worn is an adjective.
No, the word. Sing the chat. Where?
Okay. No, were is the simple past.
Okay.
Okay? Is the simple past of the verb to be. All right? Do you know the meaning of the word worn? Does everybody know the meaning of this word?
More or less. It's
when you use something very much, it gets, you know, worn. Okay. The color fades away because it's been used so much that the color loses its brightness. And so many, especially carpet, it becomes really old and worn, okay, because of the excessive use. Okay, so old and worn. And included is not present participle anymore. This is past participle. Okay. Okay. So here, they own 4 houses, including a mansion in Beverly Hills. Where is the participle? Including.
Including, yes.
Yes. There you go. This one is present participle.
And the adjective is all.
No, they own. This is a verb. They own 4 houses. They possess. To own is to possess. Yes, they possess 4 houses. Okay. All right, people. So just for you to know that sometimes we can use participles in sentences, okay? So if you need extra examples on participles, present and past, you can take a look at page 145, okay? To see more examples. So can I clear here? Yes? Great. I posted, guys, an exercise about relative clauses for you on Google Classroom, okay? So it will be okay, no problem. Next one. Yes, look here, guys. I posted, I also put something about this for you there. Sometimes we use adjectives with ed or ing. What's the difference? Look, which group of adjectives, B or C, go with the topics in A? Match each adjective with a topic. So for example, here, a mistake. How can we qualify a mistake? Which adjective can we give to a mistake? From here. First of all, let's answer the first question. Which group of adjectives do you think we should use with these topics here? From column A or column B? What do you think? Because here we have only things, right? Mistake, vacation, gossip, so on and so forth. So which adjectives do you think we should use? B or C?
I think the C.
Okay, like, I want to have more opinions.
A relaxed vacation.
Mm-hmm. So does everybody agree? Kathleen has a different opinion. She thinks it's letter B. Does anybody else agree with Kathleen? And does anybody else agree with Danilo?
Teacher, but it's
Is it a relaxing vacation or a relaxed vacation?
Oh, it's depend of the time that you are saying. If you
go with B.
You go with B, Iago. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
If you are in a vacation, you can say, oh, it's a relaxing vacation. But if you say this when you have uh, travel, and so you say, oh, it was a relaxing vacation.
No, it's always the one in the middle. It's always letter B. Oh, I'm sorry, Danilo. It's always letter B. It's for the present, the past, and the future. It doesn't depend on the time because we are talking about a thing. We're not talking about people, how people feel. Letter C, Danilo, we only use to describe how we feel. We use adjectives with ed when we want to describe how we feel or how we felt or how we will feel in the future, okay? It doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with time. This has to do with feeling, okay? Let me give you an example. I'm going to write here. I am relaxed now. So you see, I'm using relaxed to talk about how I feel now. I am relaxed now. This is how I feel. Okay, Danilo?
Okay.
All right. So this letter C talks about feelings. Okay, that's the meaning of this ed here in adjectives, because these guys, they are adjectives, not verbs. This is a characteristic that we have in some adjectives, not all of them, some, okay? Some adjectives have this characteristic. They have an ending of ed or ing, okay? So here, some of them have this ending, and then you have to know when to use ed and when to use ing. So don't mix them with verbs because they are not verbs, they are adjectives, okay? So here, for example, I can say, for example, yesterday I was exhausted, but today I'm not exhausted. Today I'm relaxed, okay? Now, all these things here, they are not talking about feelings. They are talking about things. So mistakes can be challenging, okay? Can be embarrassing, okay? A vacation. A vacation can be relaxing, but can also be exhausting, okay? Gossip.
Okay, teacher.
All right, you got it. Good. So let's see, guys. Now, after we've done this part, let's see the second one. Match each adjective with a topic. Now, let's match using the appropriate collocation. Okay. I will give you now 1 minute to match each topic with the appropriate adjective from letter B. Okay. So let me time you. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, go ahead. Okay, guys. Yes? You're done? Can we correct?
Yes, I think maybe.
All right, I will give you more. I will give you 30 seconds, okay? Okay, guys, let's correct. Let's see. So how can you qualify a mistake?
Oh, I think a shocking mistake.
Okay, let's do it. A shocking mistake. A vacation.
A relaxing vacation.
Mm-hmm. Gossip.
Embarrassing gossip.
Embarrassing.
Yes, embarrassing.
Good. The stress is here. An embarrassing gossip. An embarrassing gossip. Okay, good. A trip.
Exhausting trip.
Mm-hmm. An exhausting trip. Mm-hmm. A job.
A challenging job.
Good. Okay, very nice. The weather.
Depressing weather.
Yes, a depressing weather. Yes. And a TV documentary.
A boring TV documentary.
Okay, good. Excellent. You can have a boring TV documentary. Okay, guys, so all these things, if you want to describe them and you want to use these adjectives, you should use them with ing. Okay? Boring, depressing, shocking, challenging, embarrassing, exhausting. Okay? Okie dokie. Let's save that. Okay, guys, take a picture. Okay, can I clear? Yes. Good. Now let's go to the next one. Let's see, what time is it? 47. So an hour and 15 has gone by. We can have a short break. You can have like 10 minutes to drink some water before we go on to the next one here. This exercise, we have to complete using present participle, ing. Okay? So this is not an adjective anymore. This is a verb. So complete each pair of sentences with the correct form of the same verb. Once as a present participle and once as a past participle. Okay? So I will just give you a pause, like 5 minutes. Let's do it because it's 48. So let me see here. 48 equals 50. So yes, we can have until noon. because it's 11:48. So let's have until noon, until 12 o'clock to drink some water and stretch our legs. Just before we go, let me just print the list of students here who are present, and then we can go on after that. Just a second. Let me save this just a second, guys. I will minimize the screen here. Just a moment. Just a second, I'll try to minimize this here just so that I can save that image that I just printed with the attendance, with the attendance list. Sorry, guys. Save here this picture. People, we are already in July. Can you believe this? It's so fast. My goodness. Time really flies. July 3rd. It's unbelievable. It really is. So what happens, guys? Now in July, we are going to have a break. I don't know if I've already talked to you about it. Our test, our stop and check will be next Saturday, July 10th. And after the test, we will have one more class, July 17th. Then our break at school starts on July 19th. It's a Monday. So it's the Monday right after the test, okay? We start our break and then we go until August 2nd. So we have 2 weeks basically, right? Our break will last 15 days. So we don't have classes on Saturday, July 24th and July 31st, okay? So we have a nice break there. We only come back on August 7th, okay, people? So we stop, we have classes until July 17th, and we come back on August 7th, first Saturday of August. Okie dokie.
Okay, teacher.
All right, but stay here, okay, guys? Let's stop until 12. So at 12 o'clock, we come back. If you need to go to the bathroom, if you need to drink some water, and then we stretch our legs a little bit because we need to make the blood circulate. So we come back and finish this because we need to see Unit 9. Okay, guys? So see you in a while. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys? So see you in a while. Okay? So let's keep going.
See you.
All right, people, let's do it. So complete each pair of sentences with the correct form of the same verb, once as a present participle, ing, and once as past participle. So let's see the first one. I hurt my leg, soccer. Bridge is a card game by 4 people. So this one is easy, right? So let's do this. So how did you hurt your leg?
Play soccer.
Yes, of course. Excellent. Perfect. So this is what we call present participle. Very nice. Normally, I hurt my leg playing soccer. And the second one, bridge is a card game.
Played.
Great. played by 4 people. Just observe, guys, the pronunciation of this word here, played. Okay, we never pronounce this vowel here, okay? This vowel is always silent, okay? Played, played, okay? This is the past participle. Okie dokie? Good. Now, let's see number 2, guys. Try to do number 2. Read the sentence in silence and try to complete with the same verb, okay? But different participles. Okay, guys. So, let's complete. It says,
Made.
Yes, great. Made in Korea. A lot of electronics we have in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have thought that in the camera, say Korea. In the camera, not in the digital screen, not in the part out of the camera.
Yeah, usually we have those things written in our gadgets, the things we buy, electronics, right? We have those things written. Are made in China, made in Korea, made in Japan. Okay. So I have a job in a cafe.
Making sandwiches.
Making sandwich.
Yes. Awesome. So this is past participle and present participle. Good. Now, let's do number 3. Read the sentences in silence and put the participles.
Oh, I've spent the whole morning painting and see.
Okay, guys. So which verb should we put here?
Oh, I've spent the whole morning writing and see.
Ah, very nice. Writing.
Yeah.
Okay. Writing. So how do we pronounce this word here, guys? Who knows?
On the wall was
Teacher,
some
is this
graffiti
essay?
written in big letters.
Okay. I'm just asking about this final word here. How do we pronounce this word?
I think this is essay, teacher.
Essay. Very good. Writing an essay. Okay? Essay. Uh-huh. So I've spent the whole morning writing an essay. Okay, good. Now the last one here, the verb is
Written.
written.
Yes, written.
Pronunciation, written. Okay, so the first one is present participle. The second, past participle. Written, written. Okay, guys, good. Now, let's try to do number 4. Try to do in silence and then we correct. Okay, that is very simple. So let's see the first one. Items.
Bought.
Okay. Good. The next one, I spent all my money
Buying Christmas present.
buying. Okay. All right. Good. Fantastic, guys. Congratulations. Now, number 5, the police caught the robber. Try to do that.
Breaking.
Yes, Kathleen. Yes, Iago. Breaking. Breaking into a house. Now, careful. There is a lot of
Broken.
Broken.
yes. Good. You see, guys, we use participles all the time. Okay, so that's just a way for us to notice them. This activity is just for us to notice how often we use participles. Okay, present participles and past participles. Okay. So take a picture or get a print screen. Can I clear? Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
I only can't understand why we use the present participle and not the past simple. Because we aren't we aren't using the have, only the verb.
Which example? Which sentence?
Oh, no, but in the in this exercise, uh, they say, and owns us a participle. Why we don't use the past simple?
Okay, for example, the first one, I hurt
Yeah,
I hurt my leg, played soccer. That wouldn't be correct.
no, I'm saying about Bridget is a card game playing by 4 people, but um, it's because played is the same in the past participle or in the past simple, but um, we always use the past participle.
Yes, here, yes.
But why not the past simple? The simple past.
Because here in this sentence, it doesn't make sense to use the simple past.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Okay, so here, for example, let's take number 3. On the wall was some graffiti wrote in big letters. If I put the simple past here, it doesn't make sense. You know? I can't change written and I can't replace written for wrote. It doesn't make sense. It has to be written. Okay? As a coincidence, played is a regular verb, so it's the same as played in the simple past, but it's only a coincidence. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okie dokie. All right. So, can I clear? All right, people. Let's move on to the next part. So here, guys, in this unit, still unit 8, we saw something about extreme adjectives. So this is very simple. It's really something like a detail. With extreme adjectives, we have intensifiers, like with all other adjectives. We have intensifiers. With some of them, we use very, with gradable adjectives, and with extreme adjectives, we can only use absolutely, okay, or really. So which group of adjectives goes with which of the adverbs or intensifiers? Why? So match the adjectives in A with adjectives with a similar meaning in B. So here, let's first of all match the intensifiers. Okay, we have 2 intensifiers here, very and absolutely. So this intensifier here, for example, very, goes with which group, A or B?
I think it's A.
Yes, exactly. So the first one here, very, goes with group A, okay? So I can only say, okay, guys, very good, very bad, very big, and so on, okay? And absolutely huge, absolutely extraordinary, and so on, okay? Okay, perfect. Now, after that, we can try to work now with the co-locations. Now it's a matter of co-locations and trying to find synonyms, okay? For example, something good. What is something similar to good here in group A? Something good can be fantastic, right? Something bad.
Awful.
Awful.
Maybe.
Awful, yes. Of course, here there are some possibilities, not only just one, right? Something big can be
Huge.
huge. Yes. Wet.
Soaking.
Yes. Very good. Soaking. Okay. Wet. Soaking. Nice.
Spectacular.
Spectacular. Okay. Can be that. Very good. Unusual.
Extraordinary.
Yes, Kathleen, very good. Exactly. Surprised.
Fascinating.
Yes, surprised is a feeling. So I was surprised. So I was amazed. We should find something along the same lines, you know. I was surprised. I was amazed. I was shocked. Would be like this because this is how we felt. So I felt surprised. I felt amazed. I felt shocked. Okay. Feeling, feeling. Okay. Excited.
Excited, thrilled,
Thrilled. Okay. Great. Valuable.
priceless,
Yes. Very good. Silly.
ridiculous,
Ridiculous. Okay. Very good. Interesting.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Okay. Now, yes. Okay. Tired.
Dreadful. Or no? No.
Here, exhausted. Okay. Tired. Exhausted. Happy. Delighted. Guys, delighted means very happy. Okay. So happy, delighted, smart. Smart has to do with brilliant, like that 10-year-old boy we saw in the beginning. Remember, that boy is brilliant. Okay, he's really smart, brilliant, funny.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yes, excellent, very good. Okay, guys. So you can take notes of this vocabulary because vocabulary will be in your test. Okay, vocabulary will be there. All right. So let's move on. I will clear the annotations. Okay, this one already has the answers, okay? But just for you to remember how to use the adverbs, okay? So complete the sentences with the adverbs used by Simone and Anna. So just so you know, it's a collocation exercise. Adverb collocation is a little tricky because you need to get used to the words and when to use them. So here, look, it was extremely hot. This is something that usually goes together. Like now, for example, in Canada. Now in Canada, it's extremely hot, especially in British Columbia, okay? Extremely hot. And stupidly, we decided to go dancing, okay? Now, can you read number 2, please, Kathleen?
Yes, we were sweating profusely.
All right, thank you. So this is a good combination and it usually goes together. Sweating profusely. Sweating profusely. So people, this is something that it doesn't have a rule. If you ask me, oh, Simone, is there a rule for collocations? No, it's practice. It's language usage. Sweating profusely. It goes together. Okay. When I use sweating, it usually goes with profusely. So this is reading. That's what I said before. You have to read books to know the words that usually goes together, that usually go together, sorry. So sweating profusely goes together, okay? The temperature rises dramatically. Rises dramatically, okay? Number 4, Iago, can you read number 4, please?
Yes, my brain wasn't working properly.
Okay, thank you. Working properly. Oh, the bus isn't working properly. Oh, my computer isn't working properly. Oh, working properly. Working properly. So try to memorize this, okay? Number 5. Let's see, Danilo. Can you read number 5, please?
It was completely anonymous, this landscape.
Okay, thank you. Completely anonymous. Completely anonymous. Okay, good. Number 6. Let's see, Kathleen, please.
They all looked exactly the same.
Good, thank you. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. So you see, it makes all the difference. Instead of saying they all looked the same, they all looked the same. When you add an adverb, you sound more fluent. Okay. Number 7, the last one. Let's see somebody else who can read. Esther, can you
Me,
read
of course.
the last one?
I was beginning to really seriously panic.
Yes, great. You see, guys, how beautiful it is. Instead of saying, I was beginning to panic, I was beginning to panic. And then you say, I was beginning to really seriously panic. You see how different you sound? You sound more fluent, more natural, okay? Your speaking goes to the next level. Okay, guys, I was beginning to really seriously panic. So if you try repeating that, if you practice this, you will speak much better. Okay? And of course, if you know how to use the appropriate adverbs, okay? Really seriously panic. Really seriously panic. Try to memorize the words. Try to memorize the adverbs. This is how collocation works. You should use the right collocations, right? Use the correct collocations. How do we learn collocations? Practicing and also reading books. Read, 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 read. Okay, guys. All right. Let's save that. Take a picture. Okay. Can I? Okay, this one I can't clear because it's already saved. Okie dokie. So let's move on. Unit 9. Yay. Awesome. Okie dokie. We still have time. So guys, what is the topic of Unit 9? Let's see. Match a line in A with a line in B. So before we see, let's see the topic of Unit 9. I want to see that before. Okay, let's see that just a moment. People were panicking here. Take a look at Unit 9, people. So what does Unit 9 talk about? The way we were. So Unit 9 talks about the past. It's really simple, guys. Expressing habit, used to do, and be used to doing. So one part of Unit 9 talks about habits in the past. The other part of Unit 9 talks about habits in the present. Be used to doing. All right? So let's go there. So let's go here. So let's go. So people, match a line. Can you see that? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Match a line in A with a line in B. Underline the words that express habit, which are past and which are present. So first of all, let's just match, okay? Let's do the matching. Let's do the first one together. A reliable friend. Let's see.
Will never let you down.
Good. That's nice. Okay, I think we were supposed to put here. Yes. So let me clear this. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I'll give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes to do the task of matching, and then okay, go ahead. All right, are you done? Good. So let's see, guys. What do you have for number 2? Which letter?
Letter E.
Great, that's true. So let's see there. Number 2, letter E. Awesome. And that's exactly what happened. In the 70s, people used to wear bell bottoms. Number 3. I think my sister is in love.
She will spend hours staring into space.
Okay, perfect. That's the symptom when people are in love, right? Very nice. Number 4, when I was a kid,
My dad would read me a story at bedtime.
yes, okay, excellent. Okay, now number 5. My first
My
girlfriend
first
was Alice.
we used it to go to the movies on Friday, and then we'd go for pizza afterward.
All right. And number 6, big-headed people are always talking about themselves. Okay, okay. All right, people. There you go. So now that we've made the link, we've linked the sentences, uh, underline the words that express habit. So we will see here how to express habits. Okay, so let's see. The first one here, letter C, a reliable friend will never let you down. So let you down is the verb, okay? But will never is a way to express um, a condition that a person that will never do something. So will never have this habit, okay? All right. Number 2, in the 70s, people used to, okay? They used to wear bell bottoms. So that was the habit in the 70s, all right? Number 3, letter D. Where is the expression of habit? How do they express habit here in letter D?
Will expand.
Will spend, okay. As you can see, guys, they are using the verb in the simple future to express habit. How nice, isn't it? Yeah, she spent hours staring into space. Look at that. So, number 4, when I was a kid,
Would read.
Look at that. Number 5,
Use it to go
uh-huh.
and would go.
And finally,
Would go.
yes, we would go. Yes, good. And finally, here, number 6, big-headed people.
Are always.
Are always talking.
Yes, talking. Yes. So as you can see, guys, we don't have only one way to talk about habits. Habits used to. No, we can talk about habits in different ways. Okay, habits in the past. I can say used to. I can say would plus infinitive. Okay, many different ways. In the present, we can use the present continuous with always. I can use the simple future to talk about a habit in the present. Yes, she will spend hours staring into space. I'm talking about a present habit. Uh-huh. I can also use, she's used to doing with a continuous form to talk about the present. She's used to, not here. There is no example of that here, but I can use, oh, I'm used to reading books. I'm used to reading. To talk about present habit. Okay. So now, guys, here the third task is which are past and which are present. You see, there is no future in the option. Have you noticed? When they ask the question here, look, which are past and which are present? Okay, so we only have past habits and present habits here in this group. So past habit here is past, the first one. Okay, so I'm going to change the color so you can notice the difference. All right, people. So let me change here. I will just make past blue. Try to, I will put past blue and present orange, okay? So the first one is past, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just put here. This is not going to be beautiful, but the first one, the second one, letter B, are always talking. This is
Present.
present. Letter C, present. Letter D,
Present.
present. Letter E, past.
Past.
Okay, good. Past. Letter F,
Past.
past again. Okay. We used to go, we'd go for a pizza. So the other ones here are all present. Okay. So here, let me just mark. I will just erase here. Let me just past, 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 and past. I will just change here. Okay, so would read, used to wear, used to go, we'd go. Okay, so it's better for you to visualize, okay? So guys, interesting, isn't it? We have ways to talk about present and past habits with these verbs. Now, choose the correct ending for these sentences. Look at those two sentences. He used to work hard. How can we complete this one here, the first? Here it's in the past. He used to work hard.
Because, no, but now he's retired.
But now he is retired. So he used to, but now he's retired. Okay? So this
Retired is like aposentado?
Yes, exactly, Danilo.
Okay.
Okay? He used to work hard, but now he is retired. Okay? Now, look at the second one. He's used to working hard. He's accustomed. He's okay with that. He's used to working hard. Because he's a farmer. Okay? So here it's present. Okay? Of course, guys, here we have a preposition. So we are using the verb in the ing. So after uses to, I have to use a gerund. So he's used to working hard because he's a farmer. Okay. So I put a different color there, but that's okay. I changed let me. Now it's okay. Okay. So he's used to working hard because he's a farmer. So it's okay. He's accustomed. And this is his habit now. All right, people. So take a picture. So usually, guys, when we use the present continuous to talk about someone's habit, it's usually in a negative way. It's when we are complaining about someone, criticizing somehow, okay? So there is also this kind of observation, okay? So can I clear everything? So always remember, guys, when I use the past used to, I should use the verb in infinitive after that, okay? And when I use the present, he's used to, I have to use a gerund after that. He's used to working. Here it's the participle. He's used. It's the verb to be plus past participle. He's used to working. He's used to doing. Okay. I am used to doing. All right, guys. So can I clear?
Yeah, teacher.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here we have the explanation on habits. So here, look at the sentences that express present habit. Take a look at that, people. A, B, and C. We have there. My sister works in a bank. She's always borrowing my clothes without asking me. Look, like I said, I'm criticizing. It's something that I don't really like. Okay. Letter C. She'll go out on a Friday night and won't be back till late. So I'm using the simple future to describe somebody's behavior. Okay. So which sentence expresses my attitude toward this habit of hers? I find it annoying.
Sentence letter B.
Yes, exactly. Okay. All right. A simple fact about her.
Letter A.
Yes.
Letter A.
Awesome. A characteristic behavior, like this is typical of her.
Letter C.
Uh-huh. Perfect. Like I'm just saying what she does every week. Okay? Good. Now, here they want us to put sentences A to C into the simple past. So it's okay. How can we put letter A in the simple past?
My sister used to work in a bank.
Uh-huh. Yes. Very good. Um, letter B. How can we say that in the past?
On the letter B, she was always borrowing my
Uh-huh.
clothes without asking me.
Yes, she was always borrowing. Uh-huh. And letter C.
She would go out on a Friday night and wouldn't be back till late.
Yes, exactly. She would go out. Okay, typical behavior. Okay. Now, look at these sentences, guys. Letter A. I've lived next to the airport for years, so I'm used to the noise. Letter B. I used to live in Rome, but now I live in Paris. Letter C. I'm getting used to traveling on the metro. In which sentence is used a verb. Here, letter B, okay? Used as a verb is letter B. I used to live in Rome, okay? In which is used as an adjective. Here. So let me change the color. I'm going to put purple.
Is it I'm getting used to?
I'm getting used to, yeah. And I'm used to. So after getting and after verb to be. Because here you can say I'm getting tired of traveling and I'm tired of the noise. So if you want to substitute used here and used here, and if you want to put an adjective, you can replace this. I'm getting tired of traveling. I'm tired of the noise. So here they are like adjectives, okay? All right? So here used is not a verb, it's an adjective. Okay? All right,
Okay.
Kathleen. Okay, Danilo. I'm tired of the
Yes.
noise. I'm tired of the noise. I'm getting tired of traveling. So instead of using tired or sick or exhausted, I'm saying used. I'm getting used to traveling. I'm used to the noise. Okay, people, this is a nice technique so you can know if it's a verb or an adjective. Okay. Now, which sentence expresses, now understanding the sentence, a past habit now finished?
Letter B.
Yes. A situation that is familiar and no longer strange.
A.
A, okay. A situation that is still strange but becoming easier.
Letter C.
Yes, very good. You're getting used to traveling. You are adapting. Okay? You're
Yeah.
getting used to it. All right, people. So let me just, I'm perfectionist. So let me, oh no. Sorry, guys. Now it's okay. So you can visualize a verb here. Okay. So take a picture, guys. All right, can I clear?
Yes.
All right, good. So unit 9 is very simple. If you need more examples, you can also go to page 146. Okay, guys. So just to finish, I guess we don't have much more to do. Let's see. Match a line in A with a line in B. Practice saying them. Pay attention to contracted forms and weak forms. So this is just to practice, okay, guys? I think this is only like a wrap up. So let's do the first one together. We used to go
to school together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. So yeah, we need this. Now, 1 minute. Try to do the other ones. Let's go. I'll time you for that. Okie dokie, start. Okay. Let's check it out. Next one. We used to sit
next to each other.
Yep. All right. Then, can you tell me the next one, guys? Please, you do the reading. Can somebody read, please? A volunteer?
Yes, we were.
So much?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Do you know the meaning of giggling, guys?
No.
Yes.
What?
Can you please help, Kathleen?
It's like a laugh, but not exactly a out loud laugh. It's small.
Uh-huh. Usually girls. Yeah. Did you get it, Iago?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Next one, please, volunteer.
We'd
go there to your house.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next one.
We used to call him Homer Simpson.
All right. Thank you. And the last one.
And use it to call you and then writer.
All right. I'm not used. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Perfect. Good job. Very good, guys. Excellent. So, did you copy that? Can I clear? All right. 1, 2, 3. Clearing. Yay. That's the end of it. All right, guys. So thank you so much. That was awesome. So we managed to see everything, unit 7, 8, and 9. There is something extra for you there on Google Classroom. Let me take you back there. Let's see if we still have it. Yes, we do. Yay. There you go. So here we have a little something about units 8 and 9. So please make sure you check it out. There is a relative clause quiz and something about used to. So if you have a chance, take a look. And it's also good if you have the book to see the grammar reference at the back. All right, people. So let's take a final picture. We still have 3 minutes left. So, yay, good. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie, guys. It was a pleasure. Don't forget, we still have one more meeting. We still have one more class next Saturday, which is our stop and check. Okay, and don't worry, there is no writing and no listening. It's just vocabulary and grammar, and it's a piece of cake. Okay, we've done a nice review, and I know you can do really well. Okay, guys.
Okay, so in the next week we have the test.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
Okay.
So have a
Okay,
nice
thank you.
weekend, people. Thank you so much,
Have a
Kathleen.
nice weekend,
Thank you.
too. Have a nice
Bye,
weekend.
Hey,
teacher.
teacher.
Have a nice
Bye.
Thank you,
weekend.
teacher.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
class.
Bye. See
Take
you,
care.
Iago. Thank you. Take care. Bye, João Victor. Bye, Nathan. Bye, Carlos. Bye, everyone. Bye, Bazani. Bye, guys. Bye, Esther. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Awesome. Bye, guys. Bye, Carlos. You are great. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, people. Thank you. Oh, thank you, guys. Bye-bye.